Man, what a match. Kids, if you're watching this, don't...
These are trained WWE superstars, and even they wind up seriously injured sometimes.
That's for sure. Even me, a former WWE...
Tori Wilson, of course, has appeared on the cover of Playboy.
Stars didn't give it everything they got. Talk about superstars who don't have an ounce of quit between them. You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. Single match.
Hey, you got to be there every single match and be willing to do whatever it takes. You'd know that if you actually ever step between those ropes.
I don't have to have been in a
match.
Nice reversal. Going to hold anything back, and you can't afford to either.
I'd love to know where you're coming up with this stuff, because it sure ain't from personal experience.
Make Marine drill instructors look like pushovers.
Are you surprised? They're just training people to go to war. I train them to be WWE superstars.
I think I'll stick to announcing for now. This capacity crowd is certainly getting its money's worth here tonight.
And it's a good thing, too. If they're not buying tickets, we're not getting paid.
Really? Maybe I should look into that. I could get a better broadcast partner and save the company some money at the same time.
Keep it up. And you're going to...
Everybody, and welcome to Raw, live from Memphis, Tennessee. I'm Jim Ross, here with Jerry the King Lawler.
It's always great coming home to Memphis, JR, and I personally guarantee my home... You gotta respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their careers.
No question about it, King. Every and marriage is a subject which you happen to be something of an authority. Isn't that right, King?
Come on now, JR. A man doesn't know what true happiness is until he's married, and then it's too late.
I think Michelle McCool's out to teach her opponent, man.
I'll bet there's a few things she could do that would leave me speechless.
Melina's such an amazing young talent, and what a rack. What a great addition she would be to the Women's Championship pitch.
I can't imagine there are many things you could add Melina to that wouldn't make them better, JR. I can think of one or two right off the top of my head.
Yeah, and if I know you, King, you better keep them to yourself. Girls to teachers. I guess we could call that maturity. As to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been obvious to me since the start of the match.
Oh, really?
Are you saying that he'd be lost without her?
I'll borrow one of your lines, King. All I'm saying is that if brains were dynamite, I don't think Nitro would have enough to blow his nose.
Well, brains or not, he's smart enough to keep Melina by his side, so he can't be all that dumb.
They sacrificed everything to get to this one match. That's some hardcore drama right there.
Sure is. That's what makes...
That would be a really good time to start wearing down a body part. I say go for the leg.
Sound like a manager. You ever considered that? Candice suffered a broken nose in the ring back in November of 2006, but returned to action only a month later.
You can't keep a good girl down, unless you try.
In her case, I guess you can't keep a bad girl down either. Damn, I'm funny.
I'm not one to judge a match on that WWE roster.
Hey, my mistake. I guess it just feels like you've been out of action longer because I have to sit next to you week after week after week.
Hey, you ever thought about becoming a wrestler, or what they call in this company?
And considering the fact that I'm afraid of my wife, I haven't really thought about it that much.
I don't know, man. You'd be tough to catch in that ring. Kind of like a greased-up shaved cat with mayonnaise on its face. Much better is if you maybe let's kind of like pipe down a little bit so I can pay more attention to this great match.
We're here to provide commentary. Talking's kind of our job.
Then maybe I'll have to break out my mute button, also known as my fist.
I feel like a real jerk when somebody counters you like that.
How lucky are we to have the best seat in the house for this match?
This is what it's all about, being front row for the best sports entertainment action on the planet.
Now, get it? Beating minds.
Beating up the minds, I like that. In fact, consider that line stolen.
Hey, I'm throwing a flag for gimmick infringement.
The only exhibitionist I've ever met.
Exhibitionist, Taz. She's an exhibitionist.
Gesundheit. You need a tissue or something?
King, I don't think Portland's going to know what hit it after tonight.
What a counter! You can look at any professional sport you want, JR, and you won't find more incredible athletes than the WWE superstars.
You're not wrong, King. They compete every week until they are physically incapable of continuing. There's no off-season in the WWE.
We're not talking about running a ball down a field or slapping a puck into a net. This is serious physical competition.
It sure is. The toughest athletes in the world are on the WWE roster, and damn sure. And that's why I don't think there can be any doubt in anyone's mind that the superstars of the WWE are the greatest athletes in the world.
JR?
Well, I did have some good old Oklahoma barbecue before tonight's show, but I don't think that's it.
These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it.
It's what they paid to see, King, and they're getting their money's worth tonight.
They should.
Ashley is one of the most beautiful and athletic divas it has ever been my privilege to watch.
Dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
But at the same time, King, no one makes it up the ladder without pushing themselves to the very limit. It's a very fine line to walk.
I talked to these superstars backstage before the match, and I don't think I've ever seen competitors so ready to get it on.
And that's coming through loud and clear here tonight in this match. They're not taking it easy on each other either.
It's been said a million times, but I'll say it again. This isn't ballet. Ruthless aggression is the name of the game. This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no less, but I just hope these superstars can settle their differences in the ring and leave it at that.
I think these superstars have a legitimate beef with each other, JR.